So tiny. Can I touch him, Lady Eleanor? I promise I'll be careful.
I think he likes you, Jade. He wants to play. He's a very special boy, you know. They call him the Luminary. People have all sorts of hopes for him. But I just hope he grows up to be like his father, that he can help people to overcome their problems, just as Erwin does.
I hope he grows up to be nice and kind like you, Lady Eleanor. King Erwin!
The colloquy's about to start, Eleanor. Will you hand me the wee one? All right, wee man. Let's go and talk to some scary old men, shall we? Don't worry. Daddy'll look after you.
Oh, Erwin. You don't need to hold on to him so tight, you know. Let the poor boy breathe. Would you look at it thundering away out there? And on such a special day, too. It's making me feel uneasy.
Come on now, Eleanor. There's nothing to worry about. We'll keep you safe no matter what, won't we, wee man?
And what about me,
Hey, you don't need me to protect you, Jade. You've got King Carnelian. Your dad's a force to be reckoned with, and no mistake. Right. We better get this meeting started. I'll see you later, Eleanor.
Good luck, both of you.
this child? He is the one?
He bears the mark. There's no mistaking it. Dark One riseth, tree descendeth, luminary, man defendeth. Light's mark shineth, hand extendeth. With his coming, black night endeth.
The final poem in the Book of Erdwin.
The legends tell us that the Dark One was defeated by the Luminary in the Age of Heroes, bringing eternal peace to the world. But, as I'm sure you haven't failed to notice, monsters walk the land once more. The peace of Erdrea is under threat.
The kingdom of Svardsrust has already fallen at the wicked creature's hands, and King Arnud with it. He will be sorely missed.
And now a child has been born who bears the mark. Which brings us to a reason for gathering here today. What does all this mean for Erdrea?
You speak of the Dark One, of monsters running wild, of the peace of centuries crumbling. But surely, the birth of the child signals an end to our woes. Now that the Luminary is among us, the balance can be restored, the peace can be maintained. All is well, is it not?
You believe that the presence of the Luminary will ensure that peace prevails. Can you be certain? Forgive me, Lord Robert, but the Book of Erdwin contains another poem concerning this matter, does it not?
It does. The very first poem. The prophecy. World Tree's gift, first of many, bold, bright, blessed Luminary. Thy light doth a shadow cast. Lo, the Dark One, bleak, black, vast.
What are the two of you implying? That the Luminary causes the appearance of the Dark One?
Without light, there cannot be shadow. Without darkness, the stars cannot shine. This has always been the way of the world. Darkness and light must coexist. So, indeed, the birth of the Luminary may well be what causes the Dark One to awaken.
You dare to imply that my son is somehow the source of our troubles? That the Luminary isn't a force for good?
Can we be certain that he is? Evil does not always take a monstrous form, after all. You must have noticed the sinister glow emitted by Erdwin's lantern of late. Ever since your child was born, in fact.
What are you trying to...
Oh. The star sings at night, you know. I have heard it. It sings of Erdrea's destruction.
King Gustav is right.
Ah, don't you start.
Ominous footsteps approach. We all hear them. As the leaders of this world, we owe it to our people to root out even the slightest hint of evil at its source. Even when that source is painfully close to home.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You're asking me to kill my own son. My own flesh and blood. Something happened. Not long before the child was born. I'm sure some of you saw it. A great, blinding light shot up from Yggdrasil and set the sky aglow. For a moment, it seemed that night had become day. We saw that same light on the evening he was born. It was shining from the mark on his hand. The child is a force for good. I have never been more certain of anything. He did not give rise to the darkness. He was sent to drive it out. Light and dark are not two sides of the same coin. The light of the luminary is a gift. A gift that will cleanse the world of evil.
A rousing performance indeed. Of course, if you had shown even a whit less conviction, we would have had no choice but to remove the child from your care. The luminary is the child of Yggdrasil. He alone can bring light to the world. He must be protected at all costs.
I hope you will forgive us our little test, but we had to be sure how strongly you believed. Your face.
I am satisfied. Send him to Heliodor when he comes of age. He will be trained in all that he will need to fulfill his destiny. We must confer upon the luminary the power to lead us all.
King Carnelian, everyone, I don't know what to say.
Very good. The most pressing item on our agenda is dealt with, and it ended just as I knew it would.
Now the matter is settled. Our kingdoms are united in their purpose.
Let all be as Yggdrasil wills it.
That concludes the colloquy. Now, all that remains is to introduce the luminary to his adoring public.
Thank you, King Carnelian. My friends, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Now,
Your Majesty!
what is it?
You must flee the palace immediately. Monsters! Hundreds of monsters!
We're under attack. Everyone, we have to get out of here now.
Where is the luminary, Babs? Give him to us.
They have come in force, but they shall not have the child. Lord Robert and I will keep them at bay. Take Eleanor and the child and flee the castle. Now!
But King Carnelian, this is suicide!
You need not fret on my behalf. I am not in my dotage just yet. Now go!
Thank you, both of you.
worried.
You're alive. Oh, thank the heavens. When we saw the monsters coming, we feared the worst for you both.
Never mind that now. We need to get out of here, all of us. Come on. No matter what happens, I will get you out of here. I promise. Let's go. We should be able to get out through here.
I feel his presence. I sense him. I smell him. The luminary. Give him to me. There can be no escape.
Just you try and take him.
The monsters are everywhere. What are we going to do, Erwin?
If they've made it this far around the castle, they must have the place surrounded. We'll have to use the tunnels. This way. I think this was the one. Quickly, in we go, before the monsters find us. Time to make a break for it. I'll deal with him. Get out of here! Quickly!
But Erwin...
Run! And don't look back! All right, you despicable creatures. Do your worst. You won't get past me! And stay down. Right. Time to get after Eleanor. King Carnelian? Over here, Your Majesty! King Carnelian? What in the... Who are you? What do you think you're doing? Your Majesty!
Erwin, is that you? What happened? Is everyone safe?
You're all right. Thank goodness. Jade's with Eleanor and the Wee One, Your Majesty. They made it safely out of the castle.
I see. Good. Very good. I shall send my forces after them right away.
Your Majesty, what do you...
The bloodline of the Luminary ends here today.
King Carnelian? Your Majesty? Sire. Forgive me. I was unable to find you. I thank the heavens that you are unhurt. King Erwin, what has happened here?
I had no choice. He came at me in a frenzy. Queen Eleanor has absconded with the Luminary, and with my daughter.
Surely not. Whatever would possess them to commit such acts?
The birth of the child has put them both under great pressure. It has also caused the coming of the monsters, the loss of countless lives. Perhaps the coming of the Luminary does bring darkness in its wake. After all, without him, this tragedy would never have come to pass. Yes, I see now. He is not our savior. He is the harbinger of the night to come. The child of evil. The dark spawn. He must be found and dealt with. The peace of Erdrea must not be permitted to collapse. Find him. Leave no stone unturned.
Sire.
He is no harbinger of darkness. He is the Luminary, the Savior. Someone, please. King Carnelian must be stopped, or the world will be plunged into darkness. Eleanor, please, forgive me. I was too weak.
This one's misery is just exquisite. His kingdom ruined, his family gone, betrayed, dying alone. Which is why I've been drawing out his torture for all these years. One must savor such succulent suffering. But even the most fabulous feasts must come to an end. It is time to move on to the next course. How does your despair compare, I wonder? Hold still while I sample its delights. Give yourself to misery. Let anguish consume you. This is your most painful memory, the darkest, tenderest recess of your soul. Yes, your powers were stolen and used to give birth to a monster. You could not protect your friends. You could not save the world. What kind of hero are you? Pathetic. Wallow in it. Marinate yourself in misery. Yes. My mouth begins to water.
Can you hear me? Please, you must listen. There is a light inside you that can never be extinguished. It is waiting, biding its time, but it is there, and when it shines forth, it will illuminate the world. Now is that time. You are the luminary. You must conquer the darkness. You must shine.
This light is...
What's happening?
You're back with us, laddie. Are you all right?
This light, disgusting. It blinds me. It fills my mouth. It tastes of hope.
This is the beast responsible for King Erwin's suffering. We must defeat it and lift His Majesty's curse.
You dare disturb me while I prepare to sample the next delicious morsel of misery. No matter, your screams of agony will surely whet my appetite.
twice my size.
Done yet!
Our triumph was never in doubt.
Where am I? Wait. Those eyes. I'd know them anywhere. Son. Is it really you? It was you who saved me, wasn't it?
You're back. You're back to your old self at last.
Eleanor?
Our son has freed you. Despair no longer holds you captive. You are free to join me after all these years.
I am, my love. I am.
My dear son, my darling boy. Many hardships await you, many trials lie ahead, but you must not stray from your path. You must not falter. Let the light of hope, the light inside you, be your guide. And farewell, my darling. I love you so much.
Goodbye, my little one. Goodbye, Erwin. I hope both of you find peace at last.
Honey, your hand!
The mark, it's glowing again. Your powers, they're back!
The luminary is restored to us, and all thanks to his honored parents. Archer, you here for a bit of R&R like everyone else, eh?
R&R? Not likely. We've things to be getting on with.
Seriously? You went in Octagonia to let your hair down? Why else would anyone come here? Everyone's been miserable since it got all dark and that, right? Well, this is where people come to forget all that horrible stuff. To have a bit of fun. I met this girl on the road, as it happens. She said she was headed here too. Gosh, she was a looker. Dressed all funny, she was. One of them martial artist types, you know. I was hoping to see her here, if I'm honest.
A beautiful martial artist, huh? You don't think...
Bruv! There he is. I thought he'd never show up. Well, it was nice talking to you. Maybe we'll bump into each other in town again, eh? You took your time. Where have you been, you plonker? We got fun to be having. Come on. Here, hold up. Octagonia. It has been a long time.
Well, there's no harm in taking a quick look around town, eh? You never know. The lass he was talking about could be Jade.
Victory is ours.
Didn't this place used to be funner looking? Ugh, and what's with that ugly statue? So tacky. Welcome to Octagonia.
A monster! Be on your guard.
Oh, come now. There's no need for all that. You're in the new Octagonia now. There's no fighting here anymore. Only fun! All those tournaments they used to host, so uncivilized. The arena's a casino now, thanks to Booga, best and most beautiful of the spectral sentinels. Why don't you step inside and chance your arm? It's just upstairs. Who knows? It might be your lucky day.
A casino run by monsters, eh? It all sounds a wee bit fishy to me. Still, we'd better go and take a look. Jade might be inside.
any of your kind here. Well, don't worry. We'll look after you if you'll just follow me. Yoo-hoo! I've got some humans for ya!
More lambs to the slaughter, eh?
Huh? Can it really be? Princess?
Henrik, what's a man as dull as you doing in a place as lively as this, I suppose even fine, upstanding knights of the realm need a cheap thrill every now and again, eh? Well, are you ready to play? What's the matter, Henny Wenny? Cat got your tongue? Is the king's little lapdog scared of a bit of fun? I've been pining for a puppy as it happens. Maybe I'll choose you, if you sit up and beg like a good boy.
Jade, listen to yourself, lassie. What's happened to you? Stop all this nonsense and come with us, will you? In case you've forgotten, Mordegon's still out there. We need you.
Oh, be quiet, you doddery old fool. You're ruining the mood. Wow, Mordegon's still out there. Well, he can stay out there for all I care. I'm Boogers now. He's the only one that matters to me. My heart, my soul, my body. They're all his. Why in the world would I want to join your band of do-gooders? I'm happy here. Happy for the first time in my life.
You are a princess of Heliodor. You will behave like one. This den of iniquity is no place for a lady. You are coming with us.
I'm going nowhere, and you can keep your hands to yourself. What would you know about ladies anyway? Tell you what, why don't I give you a crash course? My foot crashing into your face.
Not so hasty! is that Boo Boo better?
Socks up. This my side.
darlings!
Come on now, lassie. That's enough foolishness. Come along with us, will ye?
Oh dear. Well, isn't this awkward? You appear to have nobbled my #1 croupier. I suspect that means you don't know who you're dealing with. Let me introduce myself. I am Booga, Spectral Sentinel, Breaker of Hearts, Smasher of Heads.
We've heard of him, right? Oh! He's the one who turned Octagonia into such a silly spectacle! Honey, you have no taste.
Oh, Jade, my pretty little kitty cat. Look what the nasty people did to you. King Booga will punish them. You'll see.
Step away from the princess, fiend! She is coming with us.
You've come to steal away my pretty, have you? No, 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 that just won't do. Not after I went to all the trouble of putting her under my spell. Do you think it was easy turning such a lovely girl into a horrible monster?
You can turn humans into monsters? Does that mean all the others, are they?
Of course! Jade wasn't my first, you know. All my lovely girls used to be human, and the boys too. There's nothing like making a monster out of a smug human who thinks they've beaten the house. That soon wipes the smile off their faces, let me tell you.
Now listen here, you. Jade's coming with us. You'll be using her for no more of your nefarious nonsense.
Oh dear, I'm afraid my casino has a zero-tolerance policy towards troublemakers. I would throw you out, but I'd rather crush you to a pulp.
Let me kiss that boo-boo better! Don't worry, darlings. Syl's here.
Socks up.
Look into my
almost feel bad about
bears well that ends well.
Fabulous, darling!
I don't feel right. My spell. No! It's weakling.
Where am I? Hendrik? All of you, what's going on?
It hurts. It's not fair. The house always wins, doesn't it? I am Booga, brightest and most beautiful of the spectral sentinels.
You. Booga. Yes. Now I remember. I remember everything, in fact. Have your wicked way with me, would you? Allow me to return the favor with interest.
Princess, you're...
Looks like there's still a little of the old monster in me. Something tells me it's going to come in handy. I'm so sorry. You must have been so worried about me.
Dinna give it a second thought, lassie. You're safe and sound now. That's the important thing.
Princess, my behavior was unforgivable. I do not ask for forgiveness. I ask only that you understand that all I do that the Lord of Shadows might be defeated.
What kind of way to say hello is that, Henny Winnie? Less of the nightly nonsense, or I'll have to spank you. Oh, I'm only joking. Thanks for always being there, Hendrik. I mean that. And as for you, something's changed since I last saw you. You seem tougher. Here, I think you'd better have this. I found it on my travels, and I've been trying to track you down to give it to you ever since. You already know how it works. Maybe one of those columns of light out at sea will open up some new horizons. Right, we've got more friends to find, and an evil overlord to beat. Don't you think we'd better get going?
Victory is ours.
Ho ho! I'm fitter than ever!
Our triumph was never in doubt.
Nope.
Victory is ours.
Oh, we've got the wind in our sails, darling. Not long now till we're through the strait. What the? Who's that rattling around in my cargo bay? Would you be a sweetie and go check? Is everything all right in here? I brought the whole gang just in case. Huh? Eric? Honey, is it really you?
You're alive, laddie. I knew you would be. Oh, this is the best news we've had in a while.
You can say that again. It's wonderful to have you back, isn't it?
I'm sorry. I hadn't eaten anything for 3 days, and I saw you loading this boat with food, and I just couldn't help myself.
Are you okay, honey?
Something is not right. Is this really your former companion?
You said Eric, right? I'm pretty sure that's my name, but do I know you or something?
Don't you remember us, laddie? You're old partners in crime.
I'm sorry. I don't remember anything. I woke up and everything was dark and I had no idea who I was or where. I remember my name, and I know there's something important I have to do. But apart from that... Look, I know I have no right to ask you this, but could I tag along with you guys for a while? If you know who I am, it might help me to remember something. I promise I'll pay you back for the food I took. I'll swab the decks, clean the dishes, anything.
No, there'll be no need for that, laddie. You stick with us. I'm sure your memory will be back soon enough.
What do you say, darling? Shall we forgive our little stowaway and welcome him back with open arms?
Thank you so much. I promise I won't get in your way. You won't regret this.
He's lost his memory and gained some manners. I wish Veronica were here to see this. She'd die.
The sweet aroma of fresh flesh. Who dares to enter my realm? So, we meet again, worm. You were lucky to slip the hook when last we met. You will not be so fortunate this time. In the name of my lord and master, I shall send your broken bodies to the bottom of the ocean.
Well, this isn't looking good. If pearly gates can't do the trick. I don't very well know what can.
Your hand.
The power of the Luminary! That's the stuff, laddie! Without that barrier, we should be able to land a blow or two! Right, you lot! Time to finally put a wee dent in our friend here!
You worms really believe you can defeat the mighty Elitherine? You will sink without trace!
Try this for size.
for size.
Well, that was easy.
Diligence is its own reward.
But how? How could the mighty Alizarin be defeated? Wait! That lightning you summoned. Could it be? Could you be the Luminary? Lord Mordegon, hear me! The Luminary! He has returned! No!
We showed you, you oversized sea slug. Think you're a match for the Luminary? Think again, pal. Right, we'd better get a move on. We need to give Mordegon a good hiding before any more beasties like that one come a-growling. But first, we need to find out how we can hurt him. He still doesn't know you're alive, but it's only a matter of time. Best get a move on, eh?
What's going on? My heart's beating like crazy.
The fall of Yggdrasil has changed everything. It's more than likely Sniffleheim didn't escape unscathed. Which is why I think we'd better check in on Queen Frizzabel before we head off to Arborea. That all right with you? Right, we're away to the castle to see the Queen. While we're at it, why don't you lot take a look around town and make sure everything's okay? What's the matter, Eric? You look like you've seen a ghost, lad.
It's nothing. I'm fine. You want us to take a look around town, right? I'm all over it.
On second thoughts, you're coming with us. You're in no fit state to be wandering round on your own.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a burden.
Come on now, laddie. This isn't like you. Chin up, eh? A stroll to the castle will do you the power of good. Cheer up, Your Majesty. It might never happen. What's got you looking so glum?
Lord Rab! And your friends too. I am so happy to see you safe and well.
Aye, the feeling's very much mutual. A lot's happened since last we met.
Indeed. Yggdrasil has fallen. The world has been covered in darkness. Gold fever ravages my kingdom. But we survived. Some were not so lucky.
What's that now? Gold fever? Is there something going on round these parts we should know about?
There is. It all began a few weeks ago, you see. A strange disease started to spread across Niflheim. It affects people, animals, even plants. And
to gold.
We don't know what causes it or how to cure it, so every one of my poor subjects lives in fear of being struck down next. I tried to send for help, but every route out of the kingdom is blocked by great golden obstacles. We are completely cut off. My dear friend Krystalinda was studying the illness to try to find a cure. But in their panic, my people suspected her of spreading it instead. For her own safety, I was forced to lock her away in the dungeons. I have tried to tell my subjects she is innocent, but they simply will not listen. They are blinded by fear. This awful disease has turned my kingdom upside down.
There, Your Majesty. Dinny looks a crestfallen. We'll get to the bottom of this for you.
Oh, thank you. You are always so very kind to me. I will let everybody in the city know that you are here to help, and that they must help you in turn. Take care, dear friends.
Gold. Why gold?
There you are. Is everything all right?
Not exactly. You see, the Queen seemed awful sad, and she told us about this. Hello there, madam. Do you have a minute to talk to us? We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Do I have a minute, he asks. How can I know when every second might be my last? You do well to leave this place before you turn to gold too. Wait, I know you. You're that boy, Erik.
You know me?
Oh, don't be silly. Everyone in Sniflheim knows you. You're the... No! This can't be happening!
What's the matter, dear? Are you okay?
It's got me.
I take it this is a case of gold fever. It's horrible.
Eric, honey, are you okay? Tell me where it hurts.
Eric? I heard a commotion and came running. I never thought that I would find you here.
Do you know our friend, Father? He's an old pal of ours, but we lost him after the fall. And I fear he's taken a blow to the head somewhere along the way. He doesn't remember a thing about his life before then.
Oh, my poor child. Perhaps I can help to jog your friend's memory. Come to the church by the city gates, and I will tell you what I know of his past. Ah, there you are. I am glad to see you safe and well, Eric. It has been 5 long years since last we met.
I was here 5 years ago? Did I used to live here or something?
Not quite. The Viking raiders, who once roamed the northern seas, would often stop here to buy supplies, or to drink away their ill-gotten gains at the inn. And when they came, Eric, you came with them.
I'm a Viking?
So that is why the men I sent to scour Heliodor for details of your origin would always return empty-handed. You were born here, a Viking.
Not born one. Eric and his younger sister were orphans. The Vikings found them, took them in, and raised them as their own. Whether that was for good or bad, I really couldn't say. By all accounts, they treated the poor children like slaves. Then, one day, we heard rumors that Eric's sister had passed away. And though the Vikings returned, Eric never did.
Stop.
It has always saddened me that I was not able to help those poor children more. Perhaps if I can help you to recover Eric's memories, it might...
I said stop! I need to be alone for a while.
Forgive me. It was tactless of me to reveal so much so soon. Please, go to your friend. I will join you when he has had a chance to settle down.